Welcome back to the Sunday Footy Show. Thanks to Home Timber and Hardware, Australia's only proper hardware store. What a game it was at the MCG yesterday. The West Coast and the Pies. It was an absolute cracker, and Nathan Brown enjoyed it thoroughly.
Yeah, 3 points to the Pies. You can see there. Cloak kicked 5, Dane Beams 3, Clinch kicked 2, Hams 2, Jarling 2, Dane Swan 38 again, Dane Beams 34, Daniel Kerr 29, Beau Waters outstanding also with 29, but very, very special moment in Supercoach points. It was. Yes. Dane Beams 128, Dane Swan 117.
Come on, Bert.
Coxie had 119, Kerr 117, and Shannon Hearn was 113. But Sunday Footy Show this morning, two very special guests. We've got Matty Rose from the West Coast Eagles, and we've also got Tyson Goldsack from the Collingwood Football Club. How are you, boys?
Yeah, good. Thanks, mate.
Tyson, I'm going to start with you. It was a massive game last night, and you guys just hung on. I thought West Coast were coming at you really late. Your defensive aspects of your game that last quarter, to hold them out for probably 2.5 minutes when they were coming was really good.
Yeah, it was good. We, like I said, started well and got an early lead, but yeah, they were always going to come back. And yeah, the last kind of 2 minutes, I had a few defensive stoppages in our back 50, so it was a bit touch and go there for a while, but yeah, boys got the job done down there. And
we've spoken about Dane Beams time and time again this year on this show, but again last night, Scott Selwood started on him. He kicked the first goal. He was absolutely fantastic. 34 disposals and 3 goals. He's just stepped into Luke Ball's shoes, and he's doing a great job. Yeah,
he has. We needed someone when Ball went down. We needed that kind of in and under player to win the footy and get it out to the users. But I mean, yeah, he's been unbelievable every week, just winning the ball and kicking goals, which is another kind of string to his bow.
And Matty, it took you guys a little bit to get going last night. You started, it was 3-1-19 to nothing. Hadn't really touched the footy. All of a sudden you started to get your running game going. I thought for most parts of the night, West Coast looked like the more dangerous side, but they just held you out in the end.
Yeah, they did. We had to claw our way back a couple of times, and yeah, it was a really good battle, and unfortunately we didn't get the points, but hopefully we meet him again at some stage.
Matty, we love Beau Waters, and Nath was saying here that we love his courageousness and all that, but courage. That's it. Nath said he's the best runner at the club. Is that true?
No, I didn't say that. I said he runs the most on the GPS.
Yeah, Nath said he runs the most on the GPS.
No, I'll give him credit. His GPSs are probably the highest most weeks at the club, so yeah, he's a gun Bowie. He puts himself in the hole every time, and we had his 100th game a few weeks ago, and his highlights package went for about 15 minutes. It was unbelievable. So yeah, we love having him on our side.
We'll run some of the highlights to that first quarter, but I just thought the first 3 goals kicked. You guys looked really sharp yesterday, Tyson. You just wanted to take the initiative away from the Eagles early?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, you get the crowd involved at the G, and there's a lot of Collingwood supporters that come along, so to get on the ball early, kick 3, was good. And yeah, but like I said earlier, they were always going to come back, and they did, so we done well to hold on.
And I was interested in who would tag who, and one I was interested for you guys was Gaff was tagged. Didn't go after Kerr, and Marty Clark went to Gaff on the wing. Yeah,
we had that run with Roll. I guess Marty plays that wing role anyway, so it was kind of a good match-up for us, and if we could limit his disposal use, yeah, he done a good job, Marty, and worked hard all game, and then unfortunately hurt his shoulder, I think, towards the end, so... but yeah, he done a good job on him and having to limit possessions. Good.
Just saw Travis Cloak kick a great goal there. Eric McKenzie was on him for pretty much the whole night. And were you surprised that Darren Glass didn't go to him?
Not so much. We thought that Glass would probably go to Dawsey and with the ability to drop off and play an extra defender, but then they do it with Waters as well. So yeah, we thought that McKenzie would go to Trav. He went to him in the prelim last year, so Trav got a hold of him for most of the game, which was good, and kicked a couple.
Matty, you had a great second quarter as a footy club, got back in, got to the lead, and I don't know what happened at half-time, but after the break, Collingwood just dominated you in every facet of the game. I think they had 51 uncontested possessions to about 18. They had about 12 inside 50s to 4 to about the 20-minute mark, and you just could not get your hands on the footy.
Yeah, for some reason we just seemed a little bit flat, and once we got up and running and spread a bit better, we started to get our hands on the footy and find some space, so yeah, it's something we'll definitely look at next week.
What did Busher take out of the game after it? Because you haven't played great footy at the MCG, but I thought last night you went a long way to showing that you can play and probably win there in September.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of positives to come out of the game. Obviously we were really disappointed, but I think in the last quarter when we started taking a few more risks going through the corridor, we were using the ball well, and started to have a bit of a run on, so it was good.
Tyson, you're down by 6 points at half-time, and Brownie just touched on that third quarter. It was some of the purest football I've seen from any side this year, and I thought Dane Swan was phenomenal in that third quarter. Everyone's been talking about his footy show appearance on Thursday night. Can you touch on the Dane Swan we don't see? Tell us a bit about him.
That's him on the footy show. He's just so laid back. I mean, you get him around the club and always having a joke, and he's just a good bloke to have around. He never takes himself too seriously, which is good.
And he did say that he loves match days, but doesn't like everything else in between. Is that right?
Yeah, that's pretty much spot on. Yeah,
and a thinker. He thinks, doesn't he?
He thinks outside the box. Yeah,
he does.
Not in too much detail, but he likes little ideas. And if you follow him on Twitter, he's got some good tweets out there.
He is.
Darren Jolly did a great job last night. He's up against, obviously, the two best ruck combinations in the competition in Nat Newey and Cox, but thought he held his own really well all night. He run ragged by the end of the night, but did a great job.
Yeah, he was good. It was always going to be a tough ask for him, and we had Dorsey that kind of pinch hits in the ruck, but Joel's took most of the brunt of the work, and then it wasn't until we had a little bit of a joke with 2 minutes to go, he actually wasn't on the ground, so when all the hard work was getting done in the back 50, he was sitting on the bench, just taking it easy.
Matty, when you look at the Collingwood midfield, and they've got Swan, they've got Pendlebury in there, they've got Beams, side, bottom, so many blokes who can really hurt you. How do you attack that as a midfield group and as a footy club? Do you try and lock down on a few of them, or do you just try and play them from their toes and beat them that way?
Yeah, they've obviously got a lot of guns going through there, but I think you got to attack off, the gun players as well, and that's what we tried to do. We tried to be tight on a couple of their guys and then attack off them. But a couple of them had a lot of the footy, so hopefully, if we play them next time, hopefully we can shut them down.
Mate, have you got some confidence out of... You lost on yesterday, obviously, but have you got some confidence out of yesterday in regards to you were smashed in the prelim against Geelong, and then the performance you put up yesterday that you can beat any side on any venue?
Yeah, definitely. We spoke about that after the game, that everyone feels that we have definitely improved on last year, and hopefully we can keep improving before the end of the year and become a better side, and hopefully, win games like that.
Tyson, I thought Nick Maxwell was the best game I've seen him play for a long time last night. Got in the right positions as the loose man in defence and really impacted the contest.
Yeah, can be very valuable when he's on song, just getting in the right spot. So he's kind of been a little bit up and down this year, but if he starts to find some form now, it's a good time of year to do it. So.
Matt, it's been a really good effort from West Coast all year because you've had Nikoski, Lacroix, Kennedy and Embley go down with injuries. How are they travelling, and are they a chance to come back soon, or hopefully all four for the finals? That would be great, especially with Lacroix.
Yeah, they're all travelling really well in their rehab. Embers is probably the one that's going to be hopefully back pretty soon. Nico started running a couple of weeks back. And then, we've got Joshy Kennedy, who hopefully will get back before the end of the year as well. So definitely got some upside there with some guys that can come back, and we've got Will Schofield with a hammy and Adam Selwood as well, so hopefully we can get them back in the next couple of weeks and should strengthen our side.
West Coast in front by 4 points. Beamsy gets a free kick there, kicks a goal. Collingwood a really good win. Now stand by here, boys.
Boys, just watch this. Nate Supercoach Brown.
Well, as I spoke about just after half-time, they couldn't get their hands on the footy, West Coast Eagles, and Dane Swan had 10 disposals in the first 8 minutes of the third quarter, and I'm just going to show you a couple of reasons why he had so much space and why he's getting so much of the footy. Have a look at this stoppage right here. Dane Swan, he's a Brownlow medalist. It's inside his forward 50. There's absolutely nobody anywhere near him.
Matty might be on him.
Well, I hope Matty's not on him. But as we throw it in, there's still no one near him, still nowhere near Dane Swan. And magically, with nobody on him, he gets the footy. Nobody on Dane Swan. He gets 40 touches a week, kicks it inboard. Lucky kick, ends up with Travis Cloak. But, Dane Swan's such a great player. You need to be able to man him up. And then one of the reasons why he had so much ball in that third quarter. When the game's tight in the last quarter, you need your defensive structures to stand up, and it was obviously 3 points of difference. West Coast had a lot of the ball going inside 50 in this last 3 minutes, and just show you a few things how Collingwood stood up in this last quarter. As we roll the tape, West Coast have got so much space. Gaff gets the ball out to the outer side. They've got all sorts of run going on West Coast. Brennan gets the ball, goes inside forward 50. Jack Darling's going to mark this ball every day of the week. But Ben Reid, as a defender, comes off Nat Newey. He's 20 metres away from him when he starts as we roll that, and he makes sure that he spoils Jack Darling. Darling would have taken that mark 15 metres out from goal and then gets back up and lays a big tackle. That's the first part of it. Now we look at this stoppage. Everybody is just about one-on-one for Collingwood. Buckley, as a defender, you want one extra player around the numbers here, but pretty much everyone's one-on-one. The throw-in occurs, and Collingwood, all they want is another ball up, just run the clock down. 33 seconds on the clock. Another ball up. Everybody, one-on-one. One-on-ones everywhere. No West Coast player can get any space as we roll that stoppage also. The ball up, it comes down. Collingwood players, Nick Maxwell is in there. They put big tackle again. Don't let West Coast have any space. And this is a third one in a row. Everybody's one-on-one again. This bloke's just a little bit straggly getting over to Maston, but he'll get there eventually. One-on-ones everywhere. And Collingwood's defensive structure's held up. This is all in the last 34 seconds of the last quarter. They get the ball out and they get a famous victory by 3 points, and well done to Collingwood.
Very well done, Nathan Brown. And the boys here were just nodding their heads.
Yes.
They're learning,
As if they're in a team meeting and they're going, oh, not again.
Fantastic.
Oh, no.
What we've heard from Nathan Brown. Ken Matthew Lloyd, gazumpet. Let's find out.
Brownie just spoke about the Pies' defence, and I thought they were brilliant yesterday. And we've been pretty critical of Harry O'Brien on this show before and how he matches up on the small forwards. He's been beaten by Eddie Betts, Suriol, and also Mitch Duncan got him when they played Geelong. But I thought he was brilliant yesterday, and it started with his first contest. You can't give Harry O'Brien confidence. And watch this, just first minute, he gets his first possession. He's pushing hard across. Josh Hill was his matchup yesterday. Not the quickest of players, Josh Hill, and he's just able to get his confidence up by finding a couple of possessions early in the game. So that was Harry O'Brien's start to it. Josh Hill is still back where the first contest was. You know, about 15 minutes later, he's got the courage to dance around Josh Hill, have a shot at goal. And I just felt that the Harry O'Brien of old was back, and he's critical for Collingwood. Look at this. Josh Hill goes up to the contest. Harry O'Brien's able to set up as a quarterback like he loves to. As we let the play roll on, he just, because of that and the confidence and the time and space he gave Harry O'Brien, this is the type of play that Harry O'Brien was executing for most of the day. He had 16 disposals and all the time. And then this is the last contest they went for late in the third quarter. Look at Josh Hill. He's so concerned about Harry O'Brien that he didn't even compete and go for the footy. And as a result, Harry O'Brien takes an easy mark. So I think that Nick Maxwell played his best game yesterday. So did Harry O'Brien. And I think that they're back the Pies.
Oh, just wonderful, Lloydie. Yeah, very good. Make your way back, Lloydie. While you're doing that, we'll go to Nathan Brown, who's going to give his votes for the match. What did you come up with, Brownie?
Yeah, I thought these players were fantastic. Beams, as we spoke about, Beau Waters an 8, Dane Swan and Travis Clark, probably the difference with his 5 goals in the game.
There you go.
Yeah, the month ahead. Collingwood have got Fremantle, Carlton, Geelong, Hawthorn. So a big month for the Pies, and West Coast have got the Gold Coast Suns, Kangaroos, Sydney Swans and Adelaide. OK, prize time for a couple of special guests. Matty Rosa, Tyson Goldsack with us this morning. Matt, Tyson, thanks for coming in. Great to see you. Hope we see you again during the year, and good luck to you guys. And we've got you in the handball later on, haven't we?
Yeah, look forward to it. I hope they're
a long day for you.
Hit a few targets, yeah.
Good luck with that.